This is Uncouth Tangents. I'm your host, B.
And I'm your host, Dove.
And welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Glad you guys are here. Today, we're going to stay with the 90s theme and play a game that's all about shows of the 90s. Game shows. You think you can get these correct?
I have no idea. I've maybe seen a handful. I asked this from last week. By the way, I realized also that this wasn't an entirely 90s month because I looked throughout the whole thing and I thought that 90s Annihilation episode was a lot closer to this one. It was way long ago. I'm so sorry.
A whole month ago.
Yeah, it was hella long ago.
Well,
Anyways,
we're trying.
Now it's 90s month.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Now it is.
Play Fresh Prince music now.
No! Damn. All right. Well, I have 15 questions for you.
Okay.
And I'm curious to see how you're going to do because a lot of these I have not seen.
Really?
Yeah. I watched a lot. Well, not that much. Game show TVs or game show TV shows.
Yeah, why not?
TV game shows. I didn't watch a lot of those growing up in the 90s. It was mostly the cartoons and not this.
Cartoons and not this. Got it.
Cartoons and not this.
Very specific.
So good luck.
Woo!
A few of these I think you'll probably get. Question number 1.
Can't wait.
Narrated by an Olmec, artifacts included Lawrence of Arabia's headdress and the electrified key of Benjamin Franklin. Which game show is this?
It sounds dangerous. How many kids died on this program?
I think a lot of children died, actually,
Nice.
during the 90s.
I'm pretty sure a lot of kids died in the 90s.
Yeah, I think so. Just game shows alone, just by being on the game
Just purely by game shows.
So much violence.
Which is why you don't have very many children's game shows nowadays.
You know what? I actually think they should bring those back.
They really should.
Because childhood
it's
obesity was not a thing back then.
Yeah, better. Like, we don't need this, are you smarter than a fifth grader shit.
No.
Like, no, just, like, let's put children in danger.
Yeah. That's how you burn off all that sugar.
Yeah, it's Legends of the Hidden Temple, by the way.
Ding, ding, you got it.
Yeah, Olmec. There's some weird fan art of Olmec.
From the...
I'll leave it at that.
Wait.
Make sure you just have the safe search on.
Wait, no. Yeah, so there's weird images of the Olmec from the game show, or you just mean Olmecs in general?
Olmec specifically from the game show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So because Olmecs was a civilization of people.
Also a person.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that came after this whole civilization of people.
I'm pretty sure he inspired them.
All right.
You don't want to get into it? Fine. Next question.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right. An action sports game featuring 3 young athletes competing in extreme athletic events.
What do you mean by extreme?
BMX bicycling, mountain climbing, rowing, boogie boarding.
You had that really prepared. Is that written down in your book?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yes for 100, please.
What is guts?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you never seen the show before?
Maybe. I don't. It wasn't a show that I watched regularly. You know, there's a few shows that I've seen multiple times, but a lot of these were kind of like one-offs. Like I'll watch one episode. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that was a thing. I
feel like Guts kind of died out as soon as the X Games got popular, because Guts was doing all those things, and then eventually it just turned out we're basically just training X Games.
A lot of these games were very similar. The themes were very repetitive for 90s game shows.
Yeah,
for
let's
kids.
hurt children.
Yeah.
It was the theme of all game shows.
Not all of these feature children, by the way. Just the majority of them, because 90s kids.
By the way, I remembered the name of the show that I was trying to think of last week.
Well, wait, what's the context of
It
this
was
show?
a game show that I was trying to remember, and I couldn't remember the title of it. I don't know if it's going to show up here, but
I don't even remember the conversation.
You don't remember anything. It is Real World versus Road Rules was the game show I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
It's not really a game show, but it was a reality game show of sorts.
Okay.
Just for anybody who was trying to figure out what I was talking about, and you were yelling because you knew the answer, which is one person maybe.
And that was also in the 90s?
Yeah. It was hella in the 90s.
Yeah, Real World. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. Next one.
Woo!
Color-coded T-shirts face off in field day games.
Color-coded T-shirts?
Yeah. I tried to make this very difficult because you're really good at these.
I want to say it's Double Dare.
No.
Oh. Color-coded T-shirts.
And actually, Double Dare debuted in the 80s.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it was like
Wait,
1988 or 89.
I know what the show is, but I can never remember the name of it. Even if I had done research or whatever beforehand, I would never get this. But I know what show you're talking about. There's like 3 hosts, right?
Yeah.
One of them's a black guy.
Omar Gooding.
Yeah. God, I know what the show is, but I don't know the title. Anyways, I already got it wrong, so.
Well, you get a second chance. You were giving me second chances last week.
No, but like this one, I don't think I'm going to get for this one. Because I didn't even.
The title of it?
Yeah. I'm sure once you say it, I'll be like, that fucking show.
You will.
Yeah.
Do you want more hits, or you just want me to tell you?
No, just go ahead and tell me.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
That fucking show.
This one I used to watch a lot.
No, oh man. No, that was a good show too. They had, I will say some of those games ended up being like games you play at like a wedding.
Well,
because it was like carry a spoon, add an egg on a spoon, or
it's exactly what you do when your elementary school has field day. There's like 3-legged races. The baseball bat where you put your forehead to it and you spin around, make yourself dizzy,
and then like throw up on Omar Gooding.
Exactly. Don't forget that part. Yeah.
Time-tested tale.
Now, those were fun games because that was a game that anyone could do. All the extreme things, you kind of look at it and get sad, like, oh well, I can't,
well, maybe
get in a harness and.
I always thought that a harness was like, it's fine. Like, you just crash all you want. That harness is going to save you. Once again, like, you just hurt some 90s kids and you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. We all ended up okay. We're not, like, in debt or anything.
That's another episode. Next one. This show was created because Americans were stupid when it came to geography.
America. I think they hated geography?
They were stupid at geography. Not very smart. So they
Carmen
made a show.
Sandiego.
Yes.
I was like, what show would we fool children into learning stuff? Carmen Sandiego.
Very good. You're getting these way too easy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's because my brain is meant for nothing good.
You just
you're here to ask me like
all game shows.
Yeah, any like important dates, anniversaries, things like that. No, I have no effing idea. But I do know what fucking Double Dare is.
Which was in the 80s.
Yeah, this is my turn to talk about the 80s. Okay, you had all last week to talk about the 80s.
No. We'll get to the 80s. We'll have an 80s month. 80s was so good. Anyway.
The 1880s.
Oh, wait a minute. No, not really. No. All right. Next one. A shopping spree, a shopper, a runner, and 14 stores in a mall, only after a series of trivia questions and games similar to A Price is Right.
Oh, I know this show.
What is it?
Was the guy who has OCD on the show? He
Don't
hosted
know.
it, didn't he?
Don't know.
Did you watch the show?
Not regularly. I saw it before.
Okay. It's not Supermarket Sweep because it's not a supermarket. And I do know, and I was always jealous of like kids who were on this show because I was like, man, you're not picking up stuff fast enough. I could
But that was
totally
for
do
adults,
this.
right?
No, this is a kid show.
No, Supermarket Sweep.
Oh, Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, I only saw adults.
I'm
on
talking
it.
about this. I'm talking about this kids game show though.
Well, not really kids.
It wasn't kids.
Nope.
This one wasn't kids.
Nope.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game show.
What are you thinking of?
I don't know. The name completely escapes me. So this is where my dumb brain isn't dumb enough to remember these things, or is dumb.
Well, that's basically all the hints I can give you for this one.
Okay.
Something has to be challenging.
How many people were in the show at a time? You said 14?
No, there were 14 stores
Oh,
in
14
a mall.
stores in a mall?
So how many people were competing? There were 4. 2 teams of 2.
Okay. And they would kill each other until there was one survivor who could gain
quite.
all the riches of the mall.
It was still a team effort. So both of the teams are competing with trivia questions. And so the style that it's set up, they'll have items that are priced at different, ranges, and then they will have to answer these trivia questions and do things with these items as far as like guessing which item goes where based on the amount of money. This description is terrible.
Regardless, I still couldn't think of it. I'm gonna call it Mall Massacre.
Oh, very close. It is Shop Till You Drop.
That is kind of close. I was like, that's not close. Wait a second. Kind of is.
Yeah, Shop Till You Drop. Very much like a Price is Right. And, items have different price tags on them and they have to guess the numbers and shit. Just look it up.
I will. There's going to be like some YouTube clips.
Yeah. Next one.
Uh-huh.
Answer all of these trivia questions correctly and receive very big bucks.
That's literally like every game show. Win Ben Stein's money.
No.
That's the same show you just described.
It is. But that is not the one that I have here.
Can you repeat it again?
Yes. Answer all of these trivia questions correctly and receive very big bucks.
Are we talking about millions of dollars?
What is your answer?
Well, technically I did say something, but you rejected it. Is it Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Correct. I know I rejected it.
Half right.
See how fair I am? Yes, you can have a half point.
Okay, cool. Because I guess I have 2 half. No, I didn't even get that one. So I have a couple and a half. I don't know. I'm not really keeping numbers. We're not very competitive in these things.
Yeah.
How are you doing, listener? You probably have 100%. I so jelly.
Okay. Be quiet right here so I can flip the page.
I'm sure no one heard that.
No, they didn't.
Woo!
This game show is exhausting. Is it? Oh man. Modeled after the popular game show of the 60s, this version's main theme of the Think music had an electric guitar twist.
There's Think music?
Yeah.
And it started in the 60s originally, but this is a revival of it.
Yeah.
Did you watch this show?
No.
Okay, so if I was to ask like any other descriptive things, you wouldn't be able to like answer it necessarily.
Possibly.
Was there a fat guy in it?
I'm pretty sure they did not discriminate as to who the contestants were on the show.
Okay, so it's not athletic. Right?
No, not physically,
Okay.
but possibly mentally.
It's just a trivia game show where they replace the Think music with an electric guitar.
This particular version. Would you like for me to read it again?
Could I get any other hints?
Sure, here's one. Modeled after the popular game show of the 60s,
You're just rereading
this
the thing.
version's main theme of the Think music had an electric guitar twist.
That's a pretty damn good hint. I feel like
How's that for you?
I'm just slightly closer to figuring it out. I want to say it's Jeopardy only because Jeopardy has that crazy electronic guitar. Is it Jeopardy? What is Jeopardy? Well, what is Jeopardy?
You can get a half point for this because this show is based off of Jeopardy since Jeopardy started in the 60s.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So that's the show that started in the 60s.
Okay, so
However,
Jeopardy was
this
the show.
version of it, this spin-off was in the 90s, and they used an electric guitar to be the theme.
What is Kids Jeopardy?
Okay. What is Rock and Roll Jeopardy?
Lame. Oh my gosh.
That
That was a
aired
thing?
1998 until 2001. Rock and Roll Jeopardy. And you know the thank music. Doo, doo,
Yeah.
doo. They just put an electric guitar in it. However that sounds.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It wasn't as jazzy as that. I heard it.
Oh.
I wasn't impressed.
Oh, not impressed,
Not
says
impressed.
Dove. But there's like sports Jeopardy now. Like, how many different Jeopardies are there?
They had,
Well, I don't even think
at
sports
least 3.
Jeopardy exists anymore.
No, not anymore. But they had at least 4 spinoffs, 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess there's just no one can beat the original Jeopardy.
Well, everyone goes back to the original because that's where
It's Alex Trebek. He's got all the charm
That's
and
where it started.
deep-seated hate for people who are ignorant. You can see it in his face when he's like, "Wrong, you idiot! Fuck you, Alex Trebek."
Get off of the show. Go be on Rock and Roll Jeopardy or Sports Jeopardy. See, those are so confined to very particular topics. Jeopardy itself is a wider range of categories, so it's more fun.
But I feel like it's a little easier, like on the 100 levels. It's like, obviously, and that's why everybody just snags those ones. But then it's like, who is Whistler's mother? Huh?
Oh, they didn't reveal that.
Oh, wait, I guess that would be the,
They never revealed Whistler's mother.
well, you gotta answer in the form of a question.
Damn. See, I'm already out.
Done! All right.
Didn't win. Okay.
Can't wait for this next one.
Oh, it's a doozy.
Woo!
I got a lot of
Yeah!
scratch marks on this one. Like editing. Okay. With a format similar to the dating game of the 1960s and the love connection of the 1980s, this show provoked controversy because the answers on the show often discuss the contestants' sexual relationships in detail.
Truth or date? No. That was the fake game show
I
on
don't think
Mallrats.
that's real.
A movie about 90s mall culture had a game show on it, fake game show on it, and I said that one instead of the actual one. Shit. Jenny McCarthy was
Close.
one of the hosts.
But no. Of this one?
Yeah. You've never seen the show, have you?
You're looking at me for confirmation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've never seen the show? It was on MTV, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't watch this type of show.
I did, because I was a horny teenager thinking that something would happen.
Oh,
Who
okay.
wasn't a horny teenager?
Well, tell me the title of this game show then. Not the dating game, not the love connection,
I know.
but the 90s version of the same shit.
Extreme.
No, not extreme. Regular.
Why isn't it extreme? 90s were all about the extremes.
No, this one's regular.
Okay, fine. Can I get any other hints? Like what the title might be called?
The
or what
title's
it
very
rhymes with?
masculine.
Ooh.
It's a very masculine title. They tried to make it feminine after that, or they had like an episode that was more feminine, but I don't think it worked out.
Is it Find the Penis?
Oh, it just so happens to. No. It isn't Find the Penis.
Well,
That's a game show of the 2000s, not the 90s.
oh, there was a secret one. It was right behind you this entire time.
Wait, a penis? No.
I don't know what sounds penises make.
I don't think they
Dun, dun,
I don't think they
dun.
gasp. Actually, I'm pretty sure they don't gasp. Never heard a penis gasp.
Then you haven't lived. Anyways, I got this hella wrong. So,
Okay, you have no clue?
yeah.
This is... Wait. I want to tell you the female version, or the female episode, where they feminized the title of the game show. They called that episode Studettes. So this one is called Studs.
It was just called Studs?
Studs.
No, I have never seen this at all.
Straight up Studs.
I
See?
want to know what the MTV version was called then.
That's why I didn't know if Jenny McCarthy was the.
She definitely wasn't on this one.
Studs. 1991 was when it first debuted.
How do they not call it Stud Finder? Or is that a trademark term that they couldn't?
Not sure. They just went straight forward. Studs. That's it. They're still doing good. I'm glad I have a couple of difficult ones in here.
Yeah, some of them are pretty obscure.
Okay. Talented kids try to stump Nick stars who get splashed with slime if their questions are incorrect.
The Knicks, specifically?
Nickelodeon stars.
Oh, I thought you meant like the basketball team.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh. Yeah.
That's why I was really confused. Like, why would they have so much
Yeah, the New
time
York
for
Knicks.
these kids? Shouldn't they be practicing? This is why you failed in the 90s. Actually, the Knicks were all right. I am aware of this show.
Are you?
Yeah. Are you afraid of the dark? Yeah. I'm afraid of... Or I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
Is there any hints I can get for this? I don't know why I requested game shows. I actually don't know that many.
Oh, you're not doing bad.
Oh, I'm doing hella bad. I think I'm like half and half right now.
No. It began in 97, and they finally wrapped it up 2013.
That's how long one game show was?
Yep.
Like,
Pretty long
those
running.
Nick stars.
A lot of Nickelodeon stars.
I meant like one episode. Like, it was just one group of kids fighting to the death from 1997 to 2013.
No, the format was there would be a panel of Nickelodeon stars, about 4 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and there would be, of course, the hostess and the talented kid who's at the podium. And so the Nick
is the talented
stars,
kid the contestant?
I'm going to finish.
Okay.
So each one of the Nick stars has an opportunity to ask the talented kid questions to find out what the talent is. And so the kid is only responding with a yes or a no. And then if it's a no, usually slime splashes out from somewhere.
I know.
Either in front of them or
Yeah.
above them.
I've seen the show, but I've only caught it like in the middle.
Yeah, same. And then they open some type of a huge panel that's across the room, and it's this giant head, and there's clues on there, or some words, some shit.
Yeah. No, this all sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get this, though.
No?
No.
You sure?
Well, what's another hint?
That's it. No more hints.
No more hints?
I just told you the entire show.
Well, yeah, you
Everything
did.
that happened in the
I just wanted
entire
you
show.
to talk about it.
That's
Is it called Brain Games?
No. Incorrect.
Awesome. I'm glad I didn't get this.
Would you like a little more help to figure it out?
Not at all.
Well, I just gave you the title. It's called Figure It Out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Clarissa figures it out.
No. Figure it out.
Wait, what was the Clarissa theme? It was like, yeah. Oh, explains it all.
That was in a different episode. We've already covered that.
I know. I just like saying it.
Well, Figure It Out was the title of that game
You
show.
figure it out.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
So I'll take the point.
Yeah, you could reverse point.
Okay. Hosted by Ryan Seacrest, the adult version of this game show has
Ooh,
featured...
the adult version.
The adult version of this
Late
game
night.
show has featured Laser and Saber trying to make it to the top of a foam pyramid.
Laser and Saber.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyebrows are communicating so much right now.
I'm waggling my eyebrows.
Ryan Seacrest was host of this?
Yes. He was host of the child version. So the adult
child
version of this game featured Laser and Saber.
It's something Gladiators. The Harlem Globetrotter Gladiators. The Harlem Gladiators.
Is that your final answer?
The Harlem Gladiators? No, it's not. I'm just workshopping this answer right now.
Close.
The International Gladiators. What's the word I'm missing? Can I get a hint on the word I'm missing?
You're actually missing numbers and not a word.
101 gladiators.
No, I want to put the number on the back end.
Negative 103
Not what I meant. A big old X.
gladiators 101.
I got excited, but then a look of disappointment came across my face.
Sounds like a good class I would take. Gladiators 2000.
Correct. Did you just make that up? Or?
Yes, because I figured that it was the 90s and everybody was obsessed with the year 2000.
Yes, Gladiators 2000. That was the kid version. And their food pyramid was actually...
It was a food pyramid?
Well, their pyramid was actually a food pyramid.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the Gladiators version is just a regular pyramid, and the gladiators are trying to get to the top, but there are other gladiators around the levels, knocking them off. Like
mean-spirited show.
Oh, they were. You get fucked up on Gladiators.
So wait, Ryan Seacrest hosted this? Is that where you got to start?
That I don't know. This show, which I actually really love this show, by the way.
All Real Monsters.
This show can be described as a comedy rehearsal.
Comedy rehearsal?
Yeah.
Was this a game show, or was this more of like a let's test out your act kind of thing?
Not sure how to answer that, but it was definitely a show.
Okay. Who is the host of the show?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
Too obvious if I do. Can't. But they had 2 hosts. Actually, they probably had 3 hosts.
Over time or
over
at the
time,
same time?
Because
Okay.
of the first version of the show was in the UK.
So it originally started in the UK.
Correct.
Does the points matter in this show?
They never do. They
Okay.
never have. They never will.
Whose line is it anyways?
Incorrect. You added an S on the end of anyways.
Oh.
It's whose line is it anyway?
Well,
Failure.
fair enough.
You're correct. I love that show.
I do too. Always shocks me how good they are consistently, because
Yeah.
it is improv. Like you can't just goof around with that.
Yeah. Actually, Colin Mockery was in every episode in the UK and the US. And I think Ryan Stiles only missed 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I think-
Wayne Brady joined them a little bit after it started, but then the 3 of them became the main cast members. And you already know this, but for anyone who doesn't, the 4th person would just be the guest for the episode.
Yeah.
I love that show.
And it always made me realize how bad everybody is at improv, because usually that guest is not even anywhere close to being at the level that they're
Very
at.
true. Some of them were good. I don't remember their names, but there were a few who were invited back more often. I guess it's because they
Yeah.
could handle it a little bit more.
Yeah, like they're a little bit more it's such a hard thing to do, and it exercises so many different parts of your mind.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But I remember Conan O'Brien saying that being the host of a late night talk show is exercising literally every part of your comedic mind that you could think of, because you have to come up with sketches, you have to come up with a monologue, which is your stand-up routine, you have to be on the fly and witty, which is improv with the interviews, and you're basically doing every type of comedy possible, and that's hard within itself. Anyways, we can continue on. We're running a little over time.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
A spooky obstacle course and trivia questions.
I already answered this. This is Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Is that your final answer? There's a lot of scary things happening in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which scary thing is this?
So they had to walk around to a haunted area or a scary place and answer trivia questions.
Yeah, the setup was kind of like they have this building or infrastructure where they go on the inside of it, the contestants. There's teams. So you have 2 teams. Children's show, by the way.
Okay.
They have to go through the obstacle course, lots of spooky things happening. And then when they get to a particular part, they would have to answer some trivia questions. So it was all part of the obstacle. And then they could advance to the next section.
Was this video game related?
No.
Damn it. I thought it was Nick Arcade.
No.
Because it sounds just like that. Can I get any other hints as to the title of the show?
there were 2 hosts. One was not real, or I would say more like an animatronic.
Animatronic?
Yep.
And
His nickname was CK.
Casper the Kindly Ghost.
That's
That's not my answer. I'm just naming the person CK.
That was the nickname that the host person
Called him.
gave the animatronic host.
Was it Louis CK?
No.
Okay. All right. Processing.
Spooky. It was scary. What else was scary, popular in the 90s?
Well,
Also possibly animatronic.
Oh. Jurassic Park.
No, not Jurassic Park. This was called Secrets of the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House.
I did not even know that was a game show.
Yeah, you should look it up. Shit's crazy.
So it involved kids?
Yeah,
So kids were supposed to know who the Crypt Keeper was.
I did.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Do you know?
do you know who the Crypt Keeper is?
Yeah, I knew who the Crypt Keeper was in the 90s.
You're an aberration because you were also watching, like, Hellraiser and a bunch of other horror movies.
Aberration. Isn't that a little extreme?
Yes, it was very extreme.
My
Like the 90s. The 90s were extreme. Anyways, yes, I got that hell wrong.
Okay.
I think my track record is now less. I've gotten more wrong than right. I think you,
I
listener,
don't think so.
are doing amazing.
Okay, we've got 3 more.
Nice.
Johnny Arcade is the host of this.
Nick Arcade.
Is that your final answer?
No.
Shall I continue?
Yes.
Johnny Arcade is the host of this arcade-style show. Kids play Nintendo games, then the winners compete in an obstacle course.
Nick Arcade.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
This was called Video Power.
What a ripoff. Unless this came out beforehand, Nick Arcade was the ripoff.
This came out 1990. From 1990 until 1992, Video Power.
Huh. Well, I guess Nick Arcade might have been the ripoff.
There you go. Okay, 2 more.
Well, see how many people remember that one.
Yeah, let us know if you do, because I never heard of Video Power.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it either.
Okay. The adult version of this
adult.
game features a ring of cash and prizes.
What do you mean by a ring?
The shape. The shape of a ring.
Like, I mean, like, was it like a boxing ring or? Okay.
There's an adult version of this game show.
Okay.
Both of them feature a ring of cash and prizes, but the adult version is more well known. Of course, it put everything on the map. The adult version was first. Everything meaning spin-offs of this particular game show.
Okay, so this one was popular enough to have spin-offs,
Yes.
and it was ring related. Did all the spin-offs have rings on them?
No,
Oh, so they just, was it like a square or triangle?
I just use the term ring. Could be another word for something else that looks like it, shaped like it.
A circle.
Oh.
An oval. A ring. I mean, wait. So there's a ring that's made out of cash?
No.
Okay.
On this shape, there are symbols of cash and prizes. More symbolic. The images represent the actual cash and or prize.
Okay. Is there like a little needle in the center that points at whatever you're going to win?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. I have a visual of the show now.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, you're guessing the kid,
Adult.
the
Oh,
kid
I'm
version.
just guessing the kid version.
Yeah.
The kid version doesn't have anything adult related in it.
Well, it's not a nudie show, if that's what you mean.
Every time you say adult show, I'm like, oh, it's totally nudie show.
You know what would be funny? If this actually didn't have kids in it. I didn't look it up. I don't know. But it's a spinoff.
So this theoretically might not have kids.
There's a slight chance. There's a very slight chance.
I kind of want to look this up.
Children may or may not be involved in this game. However, this game show is still a spin-off of its more popular original version.
Was the original version from like the 70s or 80s?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it involve guessing vowels?
Yes.
I'm still blanking on the name of the original popular one, which is bad. Oh, I know. Somebody's yelling. Someone's yelling
If
the
you
answer.
watched Jeopardy, you probably watched this because
I
it
know.
came on before or after.
I know Vanna
think
White
it came on before.
Vanna White's on the original, right?
Yep.
Damn it. Pat Sajak.
Yep.
I keep wanting to say Price is Right, but that's hella wrong.
You would be incorrect. Price is Right is way before the 90s.
All right. Can I use a lifeline, my phone, really quick to look it up?
No.
I can't phone a friend. My friend is me on the other line
Yeah.
with the phone.
You can call me.
Okay, I will.
No, don't really call me, please. Go on. Time is of the essence. We've got one more after this, so what is the name of this show?
Pat Sajak and Vanna White present Word Town.
Oh, you were so close. It's called Wheel 2000.
Damn it, Wheel of
You
Fortune.
know they love 2000.
Yeah, I know they do.
You said it already.
I know.
Final one.
Sweet.
Contestants compete to be a zookeeper for a day.
Is this with Kevin James?
Who's that?
He's the zookeeper.
I know who Kevin James is. No.
Okay. Children competed to see who could become a zookeeper for a day?
Contestants compete to be a zookeeper for a day.
I feel like this is tricking kids into free labor.
Essentially, it was.
The prize was to do work.
Yeah. The children thought
What
that
jacked
all
up
of
show.
their dreams came true.
Is this in relation to Jack Hanna or Steve Irwin?
No.
Okay. That would have been cool. You could at least
It
get
would have been.
yeah. Maybe like wrangle some crocs or something. The shoes, not the alligators. I know they're different creatures.
So some of these games included puzzles. So there would be two contestants, and they would choose a number at random, and then a screen would pop up, at least for us, because we're watching this on the TV. A screen would pop up with kind of it looked almost like a paint by number, except there was an image behind the numbers that had to be revealed. So when the child picked a random number, a small piece of that puzzle would be taken out, and an animal would be behind it. Once they unscrambled the letters to figure out and saw the image to figure out which animal it was, they could guess and win, and then give their services to the zoo, the San Diego Zoo.
Was this in relation with zoo books?
I don't know.
Do you remember that commercial for zoo books?
I had a lot of zoo books. I don't think...
Did you get the tiger poster and the elephant thing?
I don't remember. I got a lot of things, but I don't remember. I do miss those books. I don't know if this has any relation to it.
Huh.
Because both were animals.
Yeah. Both are animals, yes.
Yeah. Both of them.
This is what it is. PopUp Zoo. Zoo.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
This is actually Animal Planet Zoo Venture.
I was very close.
You don't remember that show? From
No, I've never seen
1997
it.
until 2000?
I don't know what I was doing during that time. I think I was high.
What? Late 90s? Okay, sure.
90s kids.
Thank
That's
you,
it?
Thank you for playing B. And thank everyone else for playing.
You got way more right than I did. And you deserve to have been here. Maybe we should set up something where we can get somebody who wants to call in and play one of these dumb games with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Just contact us on our website, uncouth-tangents.com, where you can see our entire backlog of podcast episodes. Definitely like and subscribe on iTunes. You'll get our most recent episodes. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook. We're at Uncouth Tangents on Twitter, and just look us up on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, and you can find our stuff on YouTube. You can find our specials, like our VR chat episode, which was super fun, and our other Power Hour events. We have a Power Hour coming up. Woo woo! We'll give you more details, and
Thanks for playing, everybody. Stick with us for more shit from the 90s. We still got some time left in this month, don't we?
yeah, why not?
Hell yeah. Goodbye.
Play Space Jam.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down.